President want to become president. Mr. Dongo want to become president. Lala want to become president. Jerry Ripper want to become president. Listen to the speech. As the president of the Republic of Liberia, I'm going to make sure I'm going to electrify the city into one day time. As the president of the Republic, I'm going to drive the whole of the sea and pay you people as the daily. And things go bad. Republic of West Wind going to be an estate. Mr. President, become president. Mr. Lalame want to become president. Mr. Ruru want to become president. Mr. Dr. Dog want to become president. Mr. Kenji May want to become president. Mr. Ripasa want to become president. Mosquito want to become president. The Great Caesar want to become president. Everyone want to become president. And you now when you want to become president.
A lie, eh? Alright, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Doggy Job won't become president. Look at that daily wicked job won't become president. He can have it, won't become president.
Alright, thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for liking the video. Let me say good afternoon to all of you from my end. The time from where I say the broadcast is just about 19 minutes to 2 o'clock. 2 p.m. Not a.m. Let me welcome you to this segment of the print news show here on Radio LIB, and of course my Facebook page live. Sorry, we have to start the show today later. We're trying to relay the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism joint press conference. So let me say good morning, good afternoon to you, Honorable Isaac W. in the board, the second issue. Good afternoon, sir. Brand Ambassador to the Netherlands. Now, thank you so much, Wilson, as well, for reacting to the video. And thanks for sharing the video as well. Yeah, I like that one. You're not selfish. You want to share with other people so at least they can come and listen to what we're here to talk about. Today, right after the pre-news show, of course, tonight we'll be talking a bit more about increasing awareness raising on the issue of rape in Liberia. I'll be having some wonderful Liberian women here from Liberia and the USA. We'll be talking about, abuse in general, and of course rape against our children. Moses, yeah, what's up? Happy Friday to you as well, Moses. But just before we start the show, we will listen to a poem, or 2 poems actually, for your listening audience. Let's see. We're in the quest of the campaign I'm talking about, standing against this rape in Liberia. The latest news is Another 11 years old was raped and she died. She died. She died. 11 years old. Another news, bad news again, is that another child has been molested. 11 years old. She didn't survive. So she has been added on the list of Kurubo, Massa, who could not see their next birthday. And still we continue to refer to ourselves as civilized people. Let's listen to this poem, and from there we go strictly into the program. A poem. Please help me seek justice for Regina. A poem for justice. I am 13 years old. I saw him as a father. He clothed me, fed me, and schooled me as well. As my father, I did not hesitate to do what he asked of me, an obedient child. Except those nights when he would touch me inappropriately. I flinched when his large hands would cover my upper chest. In my heart, I am asking, are you really my uncle, my father, my father's brother? I felt helpless as his dominating adult body overwhelmed my small child's body frame. I turned my face, cried, and then laid dead to stop the pain. He tells me to be quiet like a good girl. And this is our secret. Don't tell anyone. As I lay there in pain and feeling confused. I am 13 and I am Regina. Should my father be doing this to me? Soon after, my helpless body was touched and penetrated. I started to feel weak, tired, and sick. I am 13. Will you not believe me? I went to school and fainted. I knew something was wrong with me, but who can I tell when it seems like everyone is looking at me funny? I was told that I am pregnant. Pregnant? Pregnant? Me pregnant? What is that? Quickly, I was removed from where I did consider my home, the city of Monrovia, and taken back to the village. I am surrounded by family, but I am scared. People are talking, but I am just too scared. I keep my face down. Who can I trust? Do they know what happened? As my belly slowly extrudes for 9 months, I am petrified. They say I was bad girl. I am beginning to think that I am bad girl pregnant. At night, I cried and feel anxious. I'm afraid of how this is going to come out of me. I feel excruciating pain. I mean, very terrible pain. It is almost like the pain I felt before, but worse. My tiny body has to push out a baby. They tell me I had a baby. I am still in pain. I am 13. Wouldn't you listen and believe me? At least for once. My body is not working like it used to. I am urinating and defecating uncontrollably, as if my body can no longer take the pain. Will this pain ever go away? I am told not to talk like I was told before. I keep my face down. I was betrayed. The big people failed me. Who can I trust to protect me? Can I trust you? Oh, advocates, can I really trust you? I am just 13 years old. I am Regina. I am your daughter. And I am countless of girls that are sexually abused every day in Liberia. I think I was raped.
Lord, we need a new day.
I thank you for that. Let's take the second one.
Give me a new day.
Let's campaign for social justice. A poem entitled "Send Me a Petition."
I don't want yesterday.
Please send me a petition. A petition that will give voice to the victims and protect them. A petition that justice will be there and for everyone, regardless of status in society. Oh yes, please send me that petition. A petition that seeks to protect poor, faceless and voiceless families who are died poor, to stand up to the big men and women who have molested their daughters and sons. Send me a petition addressed to the House of Men not to tamper with the laws that seek a bare minimum to give hope to victims. Oh yes, please send me that petition. A petition that will ensure law enforcement officers do not compromise cases. Yes, I am begging you, send me a petition. A petition that will give justice to the ghost of little Miss Olivia, Krubo, Yasa, and many other rape victims who couldn't live to see another birthday. Why not send me that petition? Send me a petition that will help us find young Regina and her infant. Please send me a petition that will help us find young Regina, who was allegedly raped and impregnated by her own uncle. Father, a serving lawmaker then. Send me a petition that will tell us the current state of being of Regina and her infant. Help me, help us, help Mama Liberia solve this mystery. Please send me a petition. Just send me that petition which will call out pedophiles who are in our neighborhoods and households. I will be waiting I'm ready with my pen, hands, keyboard, and whatever may necessary to sign, endorse, seal, and deliver the petition. Until then, I will continue to stand with, speak for, and protect the victims, alleged or not, in whatever little ways. Thank you, and let me say a big thanks to Francine, Dr. Francine Richardson, and of course Madam Kula V. Fofana for these wonderful spoken words, which of course I have transformed into poems, in the quest of us continuing to raise awareness and campaign for the right of our children, and of course the rest of women in Liberia. Join the campaign, get on board, let's kick rape out of our society. God bless you.
Yesterday brought me peace and frustration. I don't want yesterday. All that I want is a new day. Give me a new day. Give me a new day. Put my enemies to shame. Yahweh, please give me a new day.
Yes, you turn right there, you turn to Radio Arabia. I want to say thank you very, very much for your keen attention. And of course, for some of you who are on social media, the campaign is on. Tonight we will be having, I'll be having a group of women here. Will be Liberian women, both at home from Monrovia and the USA. We'll be talking about this issue of rape and abuse in Liberia. Thank you, Luda. The rape and abuse, especially against our children, must stop. I keep watching the video, the latest video of that 11-year-old child. How can you send your child go to the shop, get me something? Go and buy me something. Or can you leave your child playing right in the front of your house? I wanted for you to be told or to be called upon and say, oh, your child is on the floor helplessly. I wanted for you to be told that your child was raped. It was only for you to be told that your child is dead, and the death was due to rape. 9 years old, 10, 11 years old. But let's continue with the campaign. These women will be here tonight. We'll be finding ideas how we can actually, we all can lobby or we can rally around. Because we know that it's difficult to see a true servant in Liberia who is perhaps practicing law, or who is a lawyer in Liberia that will say, yes, I want to stand out for the poor, for the voiceless. I want to pursue this case or that case. In the case of Regina, perhaps this case will be the case that will keep the ball rolling in terms of putting fire behind every man or woman who will commit such a heinous crime against the children of Liberia. Let me welcome my station manager, my boss here at Radio LIB, Mr. Nelson. Good morning, number 4. Good afternoon.
Max, good morning.
Yeah. Well, how's your aunt? How are you, and how's family there?
Well, I'm holding on to dear life, and
Okay.
that's about it. Family okay,
All right.
and you can't ask for anything more.
Right. Well, the good thing is when there's life, we can wake up in the morning, and especially for children to go to where they're supposed to go and come back home safely. That's a good one. Even though,
Well,
especially your own society too, where children are also as at risk in terms of whether they agree to mix with certain group or not. They are always your heart is always there, especially when you go out on their own.
yeah, I mean, I got one of my sons on campus, and every night I pray because you don't know who all he mingling with.
Yeah.
Because you got some people who just hot temper and a little thing to do, they snap and go into a rage.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things. But in Liberia, I think the issue there is children having babies. I mean, the maturity of child care is lacking. Some 13-year-old have a baby and she's still growing up, still young. What time she got to put into the welfare of the child? We've been seeing it on the radio every day. The laws are there. You can't send a minor to go buy your liquor. Holidays coming, you see 5, 6, 7-year-old getting drunk. I mean, it's strange. When you were there, it never. It might have happened, but you never saw it. The elders in the neighborhood hosted parties when we were growing up, and holidays that we were all assembled at. Your parents knew who were hosting the party. In fact, your parents will escort you to the party and hang around for a little bit and tell whoever, hey, I'm leaving my child here in your care. Anything she or he does, discipline him. So it was like that. But today, he had 2 days of holiday. Most schools closed today. Why? Because the teachers are not there in class. So the principal sent the children home.
Right.
Now they go home? No, they go on the beach to continue the jolly. Tomorrow is Saturday. Sunday then they might slow down and say, let me go to church. But you get 4 days of jolly from Wednesday. They've been partying in Liberia. I don't know how you expect the economy to grow, but that's Liberia. In terms of rape, the law is clear. I think Liberia got one of the stringent rape law where even if they accuse you, no question asked, you go to jail. You'll be in jail until they arraign you to be charged.
Wow.
Yeah. And according to our law, that's 14.70. Rape. A person who sexually intercourse with another person, male or female, have committed rape if he intentionally penetrates the vagina, the anus, the mouth, or any other opening of another person, male or female, with his penis without the victim consent. The victim is less than 18 years old, provided the actor is 18 years old or older. The problem we don't have the science to investigate. No, I can remember when we were on fabric.
Yeah.
We have few people from the health ministry, and we got from one issue to the other issue, and we came down to rape. And some women are using it as a weapon against people. So I asked one of the representatives from the health ministry, until we came down to no means no. I said, yeah, no means no, but if you entice me and then we start the game, and because I call married name, you get pissed off. But we into the game. I can just stop. But because I called married name and I didn't stop when you said get off me, which of course I should, but not everybody got that mindset to just freeze. Now you call rape. We don't have the labs in Liberia to do biometric investigation when it comes to rape. You have to store this evidence you gather into a cold storage to preserve them. And I asked the lady, do we have rape kit to preserve evidence? She said no. Do you know how long the evidence is stored? No. Do we have people to do the lab test on sperm gathered from the victim? No. I said, well, if you say no to all these things, then how can you charge someone for rape if you accept the government cannot prove their case? So where are we? But I think we can't radio for to talk about, so we can get help. So, okay, the awareness is out there. But what role is the government playing?
Administration, yeah.
Yeah. You need all these evidence to back your case. If you don't have the evidence, how can you then lock up somebody and say they raped someone? But the woman told him no. I said, that's not evidence. Were you in the room? No. He telling you the woman said nothing. He explained his story. She explained her story. And you believe her more? Why? Well, they're always doing it. Always doing it. Always doing it is not evidence.
No.
That's why now you gotta bring the victim, get expert to see if there are any bruises around her or her vagina or wherever he penetrated. But you have nobody to do the investigation and you're charging someone for rape. I'm not saying people should go out there and rape because we don't have it. But to send somebody to jail, you have to prove it.
Yeah, but if the individual is caught red-handed and the omission of crime is visibly proven by eyewitness, isn't that enough as well?
Well, it could be enough, but if you got some good lawyers, they could get you out. I mean, if they saw him on top of the person, yeah. But if it's only biometric evidence, how do you store the evidence? You in London, when someone is charged for rape, they even take the person's clothes and scrape it to see if any hair of the other person will be on it.
Yeah.
Do we do that in Liberia? No.
Yeah, even murder case as well. Murder case have to go.
Yeah.
They have
I
to
mean, evidence can prove
everything. Yeah.
cases.
Fingerprint, everything. Yeah, it will be. Wow. I don't know if we lost. We just lost Nako 4. Oh yes. This show is actually dedicated. I got some guys. This show is actually in solidarity with all victims of rape in Liberia. Hashtag where is Regina? So the Regina, for those of you that are listening via the internet or watching the program, Regina is that little girl who was just 13 years old last year, of which we heard that she was allegedly raped by her uncle, got her pregnant, and later she had to go to C-section to have the baby. And Regina, up to this point, we do not know the whereabouts of Regina. We do not know if the both of them are alive. So in solidarity with all victims of rape in Liberia, we ask the question, where is Regina? Please, Ministry of Ministry of Justice, we deserve an answer. Please, the Ministry of Gender and Children Protection. That's a beautiful name. Beautiful. I try to find you guys today on the internet. You can't even get a befitting information about your ministry. You don't even see contact. There's no website, let me put it that way. There's no website. Now how can you be running that kind of a viable institution, Ministry of Gender and Children Protection, when you do not have a website? You do not have a means through which people can even contact you from the diaspora, international organization, international journalists in your own country also, to even seek information from you. You do not, every day you're raising budget to put ministries together and whatsoever. You don't have a website? Ministry of Gender and Children Protection? Ministry of Education? I just visited your website this morning. That's why I asked the question on Facebook. Who is the current Minister of Justice? Because we still see Frederick Chulu over there. The website is not even updated.
Well, the current minister is Musa Dean. The problem is...
I know this.
The website is probably not even owned by the Ministry of Justice. The man who built the website got all and full control. Why should a ministry build a website and the person who built the website got everything there is in terms of updating?
Well, that means the host is not being paid, because my organization, I mean, we pay for hosting. You build your website and you pay for hosting. The hosting is where the problem is. If you don't have the money to host, the moment you owe the people, your website will be there, but sometimes they even take it down. Okay, the Ministry of Justice website is still there. We can see it looking good and whatever, but it's the old information that are there.
Yeah, because whoever the Justice Ministry has been responsible to upload and update the information.
Update, yeah.
They probably don't have access to the website. We saw it in the 52nd legislature, where the website was built, and whoever did it, they paid no attention. They signed no contract with the person that once this is built, we pay your money and you give us all the necessary information. and maybe tutor whoever should come after you, or we're going to pay you for a certain amount of time to upgrade the website. So they didn't pay the guy. Eventually, the website that was built was taken down. And since then, nothing has been done. We're talking lawmakers now.
Look at that.
Lawmakers.
When you're at the fingertip, you can just sit in your house and contact your member of Congress.
Yeah.
You just type their name and it will come out. You know, even if you don't know them, they will come out and say, "This is the person that represents you in the Congress. This is the person that represents you in the House of Parliament." Here we are.
Not only that, Max. The strangest thing is, which number do you call?
But if you have the website, then you'll see contact there. That's the thing.
Well, even if there's a contact number, that a personal
That's not my personal number. That's true. Sometimes, I have tried many times. Even right now, I tried calling somebody yesterday who I think should have responsibility to give us information about the ministry. And the person said, "Oh, madam, my personal number here." The ministry get. I said, "But so why?" He said, "But right now I'm not at work. You can only call me when I'm at work."
Because I know this for a fact, because Uncle Blama was at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. He had two numbers. When he goes to work, he take the other phone and give it to the secretary or the receptionist. They got at the desk. Say, anybody call his number, they got the information. If it's important, then give them my other personal number.
Right.
The phone that he carry around. So while the ministry don't have a desk phone that you can call and leave message on there, even the executive mansion does not have a desk phone.
No.
If somebody personal phone number they're using as the national number,
they don't have it. Even the people that are responsible to the public, they don't even have contact number on their website there. No. I keep asking.
Even email. If somebody personal email you gotta use.
No, it's not there.
Why isn't there an official email for the executive mansion?
It's so shameful, man. And they continue. Every ministry will raise a budget, and if you check keenly, everything about what about RT and thing will be included. Yeah, it'll be included. Oh yeah, we are in the 21st century now. Our ministry needs to be on the we need to have website.
Yeah, we get them scratch card. Why should we give 103 members scratch card? Why can't we just have a global system that they all can use? You got Capitol Hill. On Capitol Hill, you got LU. You got the Supreme Court. You got the Executive Mansion. Why we can just, that entire area, just rope it to give everybody, once you own that, you get free access to internet.
I tell you. Yeah, a Wi-Fi system.
Wi-Fi system.
Yeah.
You got broadband.
Seriously, yeah. You can do a very strong broadband.
It died.
No. There's nothing there. People just ripping the people off. All these companies being there, most of them they feel making their money already. They get into profit now. Now still, people. You sometimes say you put $5. I experienced that before. You can put your $5 in the phone, man. The moment you make one or two calls, the money gone. Then you have to call them and you start arguing. They say, we're sorry, we'll pull it back.
Another problem is, why should I have 2-3 phones and these systems can't talk to each other?
Oh, yeah.
I can call Sprint.
Yeah.
I can call Metro PC, and I'm on Verizon.
Yeah.
And like Lone Star can only talk to Lone Star.
Yeah.
Lone Star won't call.
Orange, yeah. It's expensive.
It's another issue.
Just like you're making international call. Yes.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Wow.
Just doing everything out of jealousy as well. They themselves. It's so hard. Nowhere you go, you access Wi-Fi. The way we sit down here on all the buses now. You sit down on the bus. You know, even when a 30-minute distance, the Wi-Fi is there, free. You just log on, you browsing. In communities up to now, even you go in big building, you go in the executive mansion. There's no way you see there or you pick up the Wi-Fi signal. No way.
No. You go to the airport, you should be able to have Wi-Fi.
Yes, even there, it should be free Wi-Fi. They come
So
to travel.
one entire movie we can go pay with Wi-Fi.
That's the whole thing.
Hmm?
Even that.
Government to look into that.
Yeah, our people here, every day check and balance those that were elected. Even recently, they were talking. They call people who are providing mobile network, because some areas, some people complain that they can't get their Wi-Fi.
You can't get it.
Yeah, and they call them in the House of Parliament to answer questions.
Why did people have no access to the internet?
Every segment of the community, the moment the citizen complain, they will have committee that will call those people that they complain about. If they're water, they will complain. If they're electricity, or if they're anything whatsoever, they will call them and ask them questions. Okay, we want you guys, we gave you a certain amount of time. You should put your houses in order and thing. But then we elected them. They don't care.
Again, the problem, why should government even pay for PSA, public service announcement? We own the airwave. Any man can bring a radio station stipulated within a contract that government will sometimes would like to inform the public, and it's part of your civil duty to give the government the airtime. Why should government pay for that? So to do that, instead of you paying the $2,000 for registration fee, we tell you pay $1,500.
That's it.
The government not coming to your station every day to make PSA. But
and that could even reduce the budget of every ministry as well. That reduction now can go somewhere else to help. So, because every ministry, will always include that in the budget as well. Public service announcement, other stuff. They will give that budget. Boom. This is what we need to spend for the whole year and thing.
Yeah.
The money come, they eat it.
Why should the president want to make a speech, and then we pay a radio station to carry the speech?
Oh yeah, the Katopa, you have to be there. You pay and then you
make it part of the contract. You open your radio station.
So annoying. It's so annoying. Yeah. I woke up this morning trying to find who I can even invite on the show tonight from the gender ministry. Nothing. You tap there, you just see something. There's something else you find. Some kind of different organization in America, you have to pass through to get some kind of information. Not even viable information. Every day I go to CDC website, Center for Disease Control. Every day, every morning I go on that website. I see updates on all the countries. What happened? The last time before I went to Liberia, I went on that website. I saw something about Zika virus. That they say it was in Liberia. So
of course, we got mosquitoes.
The Zika virus? No, they say it's been reported in Liberia. So I went. This story I kept in my mind. I went to visit the health minister, who happened to be the former health minister, who happened to be my friend. I said, Doctor Dan, have you recently visited the website of CDC, Center for Disease Control? She said, no. I said, well, I just saw a story there 2 days ago. I just came 2 days ago. But for me, I don't think that story is true. And I think the ministry need to report that story. They said, what? I said, they said that they are advising their citizens that there is Zika virus right now in Liberia. He said, no, that can't be true. We haven't noticed anything of that nature also. I said, but then you need to go, you need to mandate somebody who's responsible to go on the website, check, and then, contact them. They need to remove it because this can, also scare away people who want to come here to do business, especially the American citizens. They won't come. So then she just told me, say, thank you, Max. Thank you for the information. But this is it.
And that was it. Nothing else was done.
People just sit there. They don't do anything. Websites I need. Look at our people here. The moment somebody say they want to run for a position in the government next year, they will build a website mainly for themselves individually. and all their profile, everything will be there.
And you can leave question there. You come back, question will be answered.
Yeah. You contact them directly or WhatsApp or anything. I would say now, a whole executive mansion up to now, that website is not up to date. People that you're supposed to contact, journalists to journalists, public relation officers that will consider them. You just see the name and title. You don't see any email address. You don't see phone number. You call some kind of number, you say, oh, my private number here. I can't give you the person number.
Yeah, we have no desk phone.
Nothing. Yeah.
Well, we're running a government.
How can we run government? Everything, every budget they submit, everything inside. This is the amount we'll be spending for phone calls. This is the amount we'll be spending for our website. This is the amount we'll be spending to maintain the website.
Yeah, the website is not built by the government. It's built by the minister who gets there.
Oh God.
He called one of his friends who can build a website. So when he's leaving, he carry all the information. Now the next person coming, they're gonna start another new website. The old information, if they're lucky to get it, it's not archived. And that's how it's been going.
It's so annoying. Up to now.
The government should build a website that covers the 3 branches of government. And you go on the executive, you see all the ministry, all the various agencies.
Yeah. Like you just click there and it will take you straight to their website. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But
when you click, sometimes you see information. Their website is currently down.
Well, it's a government website. You don't pay the man to host it. It can be hosted.
This is so annoying. I can't lie to you. So if you all want to counter check the story of Ministry of Justice, just go on my page. I posted it this morning. It's there. The minister you see there is, I don't know, that way back minister that's in on there is no longer there. And think, I will call the current minister today and find out what's going on. Let him try and update that website. Anyway, no. Let's see what we can do. What we're here to do for our people to review those stories that actually trending today. First of all, let me just pass this information. Breaking news through the characters of BBC World Service on Africa. Jacob Zuma, the former president of South Africa, Jacob Zuma, to face trial for corruption. This is the man that 18 count corruption charges are actually hanging over him. 18 counts. So it's not going to be easy for him, including the 1999 arms deal. It's not going to be an easy battle, but this is the person that I really want to see him facing justice. Let him tell us about all those stupid money we've been spending, especially his wife. Okay, quickly to this. Okay, let me see. Spain. Let's go to my next door neighbor here. Spain riots over Senegalese vendors' death. There's still this issue of strangers versus, the indigenous across this particular part of the world. There are some countries that are becoming somehow now. They say we are nationalistic. We do not want to mix. We don't want anybody to come here and things. So there was rioting there in Spain, and a vendor is somebody who running a little shop also from Senegal, a Senegalese national. Life was lost. So currently that's what happening here too. A few days ago, a woman was attacked, I believe to be from Algeria, and she died. She was a student here at the university, but accordingly, the attack was motivated or racially motivated, according to information. What the minister, the president did, immediately called the prime minister to find out about his citizen. The next day, they dispatched some lawyers from the government side to come and investigate about their citizen, what led to the to her death as well. So right now, this is also trending here in the United Kingdom. So no, just to share with you, these are some of the stories that are actually trending right now here.
Well,
Racism.
I don't know any situation on this end where a Liberian was arrested and the embassy got involved.
Not even the president or embassy.
Yeah, I mean the embassy represent the government here, and we got Liberians in jail here. But I've never heard where the embassy got involved. So when you get to any crime here, you're on your own. Now, that's one of the reasons people gave up their Liberian citizenship. Because the government never come to your aid when you're in trouble.
Yeah.
We're breaking up! For the love of the game.
Yeah.
That way.
And
So what good is the Liberian citizenship?
that's the thing. In civilized nations, everybody they book care for their citizens so much. Just for one person, a student, a whole president taking phone to call their counterpart, the prime minister.
Yeah.
And they didn't even rest. They say, okay, we're sending people there to go and investigate.
To help with investigation.
To help with the investigation.
England went to war because way back then one of her ambassador ear was cut off. The Jenkins ear war. Our country went to war because one of our citizens' ear was cut off. The whole country went to war. But Liberia, I don't know. It's all about self. The only time you see the embassy get involved in anything, you gotta be either a member of the embassy is in trouble, and then everybody get concerned. But
Yeah. What?
not Liberia. I mean, there's nothing enticing to keep your citizenship. Nothing. Apart from, okay, I can own land in Liberia. Apart from that, what else?
All right. Those are the stories that are actually trending in Africa. It's not really. Okay, let's quickly bring you some stories that are trending now across the continent of Africa. For Conquerors of allafrica.com. Quickly here, why the African Union needs a stable Ethiopia. Okay, that's the question here. This one quickly. Nigeria, Buhari's visit renewed our hopes. The Apache parents, those are the children, the young women that were kidnapped a couple of weeks ago. President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria just visited their parents, and they say, well, this visit actually renewed our hope for our children. Okay, let's leave that. Like Nigeria again, 3.8 million Nigerians may face acute food shortage. 3.8 million Nigerians may face acute food shortage. But then this story, contrarily to the this year release of the world's happiest countries, of which Nigeria, I think Nigeria is taking the 90th position. Also, of course, Finland is leading. That those live in Finland are the happiest on this continent. And quickly to this one here, officers in court for Marikana tragedy. Officers in court for Marikana tragedy. That's in South Africa. Okay, quickly to this, Zimbabwe crackdown on Mugabe escalates. Crackdown on Mugabe escalates. So no, really. Let's take this one from Cameroon, because this poor beer guy is not acting well. Acting beer calls aging beer calls for first cabinet meeting since 2015. This guy is he's another human being in that country there. Since 2015, first cabinet meeting. Che. Yeah. Let me leave those stories. Any thought on this?
No, it's the whole story.
Okay, right. Let's see whether we can go back home right now. New Democrat is still okay. The same thing we're talking about the website thing. New Democrat currently, I think that the same problem they're facing some kind of way. Maybe they're not paying money or so. They're facing some problem as far as bringing news stories is concerned. Thank you very very much. Front Page Africa. Reginas here. You're doing well. You and your team. Keeping us informed. All right, quickly, the Front Page Africa, what is it saying? Mass deportation looms. Fear gripping Liberians in America. Mass deportation looms. I see a couple of officers, American officers and immigration officers, I think, standing or taking note, like, and I see a couple of black people on the other side. I don't know. I think they're trying to reinforce or enforcing removal from the state. Fear gripping Liberians in America as mass deportation looms. This is the process in which America say the DED and the TPS is coming to an end in the next 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks from now. Government partners launch national adaptation plan of Liberia. Quickly to this, PAN Liberia or PAN Liberia calls on President George Weah to halt wrongful dismissals. Okay, PAN Liberia calls on President George Weah to halt wrongful dismissals. Quickly to this, Momo takes over Liberia water and sewer despite corruption. Red flag. This is it. We talked about this issue the last time. Okay. Quickly to this, the last two here. President Weah's home project draws amid reluctance to declare access. See the demolition going on there at the old residence of President George Weah. We understand that this building is being brought down to build something new there. Because now he's the president. Abi Jordi supermarket challenges US 75K fine imposed by Commerce Ministry. Abi Jordi supermarket challenges US 75K fine imposed by Commerce Ministry. You know, Abi Jordi supermarket was caught in this expired food and expired items being kept. They said, but the news I heard yesterday, or somebody called me this morning and said that actually they said they were not selling those goods. They only have them in the supermarket. But why keep them since 2014? Some of them in the warehouse anyway. Okay, so let's see. Okay, these are the story actually we are going to look at this morning. Provided. Let's take this editorial. It says media intimidating CDC-led government. Media intimidating CDC-led government. Mr. President, are you hearing your lieutenants? That is the question mark. Both are question marks. Media intimidating CD-led government. Mr. President, are you hearing your lieutenants? That's the editorial for the Front Page Africa. Any of these stories that you want us to touch, one or two?
Well, yeah, the Abidjali challenge.
Yeah, you have it before you there, right?
No, I haven't opened the front page yet.
Okay,
but I'm looking at the law here.
Yeah, is that money too much?
Well, according to the law, the penal law of Liberia 50.9 authorized fines as to corporation except as otherwise expressly provided subject to limitation contained in Chapter 3. A corporation which has been convicted of any crime may be sentenced to pay a fine which does not exceed A of felony or first degree or second degree, $10,000. Maybe they were challenging it. Y'all can fine us, but you can't give us a fine of 75,000 when your law is saying 10,000. So that's what the issue is.
Right.
So that means our own government don't know her own laws. So it's clear. 50.9, the penal law of Liberia, for felony of the first and second degree, 10,000. So how did they arrive at 75,000?
Okay.
They have never been warned before. This is their first time being caught. They lost 10,000. So where you get 75,000 from?
All right, let me see what they're saying here. All right, further to that, they say the statement from the lawyers in the letter from Ministry of Commerce communicating the fine to Abijadi, Section 26.2 of the Public Health Law and 1.12 of the General Business Law were cited as the provisions which the Abijadi had breached. However, a review of those sections of the law cited proved contrary to the circumstance, and assuming the breach even was incurred, the public health law regarding adulterated food specifically states in respect of the of fine that the penalty ought to be $100 and $25 for each day of the continuing breach. What? That's more money then.
Well, you see, so they are using our own law now to defend themselves. Which article within the law they mentioned? You mentioned some numbers. 20 point what?
20.
Mark?
20. They got Article 26.2. Section 26.2.
Okay, let me go to 26 and tell us what the law is saying.
That's under the public health law.
Yeah, I'm in the public health law. So we'll go to 26. Again, you know, we do things and we leave our lawyers. Every ministry should have a legal counsel to go over so many things. You say 26.2?
Yeah. Section.
Okay, adoration prohibited. Possession of food by dealer deemed for the purpose of sale, export, exception. Food in domestic and foreign commerce. You read another one where they fine, they mentioned a fine.
Yeah, it went further that when you breach it, it says here that the penalty ought to be $100 and $25 for each day of the oncoming. That's 1.12.
They say it's 1.12.
1.12 of the general business law. That one, the general business law.
Okay, we'll go to general business. We got all the law back here.
Yeah.
Nothing harding. So the general business law will be the law from 1978.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
1978.
1978. Then we haven't done anything to look at it, improve it, increase the fine. If you're going to charge me $100 and I will make $3,000 by selling the goods. So what good is it?
But what I'm seeing here, they didn't even specify the currency.
Well, then they were U.S. currency, so.
Oh, okay.
It can be liberty. Now I'll be 10 cents. Is that liberty at 10 cents U.S.? You think Abujali will miss anything? No. So, like I said, we're talking about a rape case. A good lawyer can get someone out. Now they got a lawyer now who have gone and look at the laws and say, you can't do this.
Yeah, he said you can't do it. What you find in it, this is what the lawyers have said. They say they maintain that the corporation has not sold, is not selling, and has never attempted to recycle expired goods. So that's their argument.
Yes, it's in their warehouse. Not because I got gun in my house, man, I'm going to kill someone. If they had it on a shelf in the store, then you got grounds to say you got it in the public to be sold. But the man got it locked up in his warehouse. And you go there, you see the difference?
Mm.
Yeah, it was locked up in a warehouse. You didn't find it on the shelf in the store where people are going in to buy goods. So how can you come up with a assumption and say you wanted to sell it? No proof. It wasn't sold to anyone. So we're down to the trickery of the law. Now they got a lawyer who maybe one of the best in the guy in the country, and I doubt they will even pay that money. Your own law saying $10,000. One law said $10,000. The other law said $100. And then you come up with $75,000 fine. How did you arrive at that?
No, it's not even. I just reading something. It's not even. It's not even. Even costly for you to even get disposed of your expired goods as well. They say here the meat and other perishable goods had to be kept in the cold storage until eventually disposed of, since Abijade, like all other businesses similarly situated, cannot dispose of goods on its own, save with the facilitation of the Ministry of Commerce in conjunction with the relevant agencies, including Environmental Protection Agency (EPA), Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Monrovia City Corporation. It is important to note that Abijade received a bill of $9,000 plus USD for $9,000 plus USD for the disposition of the expired goods in its possession.
Okay, so I cannot throw these goods out if I wanted to. I have to go through the normal agency to bring their garbage disposal people.
Mm-hmm.
And to do that, I have to keep the goods in the cold storage, right?
Yeah.
So the goods were kept in the cold storage. So how you would assume I wanted to sell the goods when I was following your law? We said for me to get rid of the goods, you have to be told. Yeah.
There's a case because there's 75,000 K, I don't think.
No, don't go back talking. If you want to find me, let's go according to the law.
Yeah, if the lawyers are really good, then.
But the really good, they tell you what your law say. Your law say I cannot throw away the goods. To do that, I have to call you. I have to call the man. I have to call the man. I have to call the man. In the meantime, I have to put this in a cold storage. And I did. It was in a cold storage. Did you see on the shelf? No. Did you go in the store and see if anything was there expired that was being sold? No. So we're down to you interpreting your law to yourself. Case closed.
Done deal. But
case closed.
Even the monument to throw that away. You go charge me like that.
You tell me to throw that away. I gotta call you.
Yeah.
I gotta call him. I gotta call her. But while waiting in that process, I need to keep these somewhere, probably not to pollute the air.
Yes, that's it.
And then I did it, and then you said, "Oh, you wanted to sell these things?" The law clear.
And even Abijadi even have documentation to prove that they have approached some of these agencies months back to come and collect, and they haven't. They will also have grounds as well to say, well, we didn't keep the thing here, even ourselves, our storage. In fact, we didn't have anywhere to even put any other thing because
we call your did not come.
Your delay.
We call your
yeah.
Your did not come. And why you blaming us now? We call you. You didn't do your work. Then you turn around and say, I wanted to sell the goods. Your law told me what to do. I follow your law. We just do this hurry bus traffic thing. And I'm going to come back and just slap us in the face. Yeah.
All right. Let's quickly draw this one. One story that is still trending. It has to do with the president's recent decision to demolish his house and to the ground floor and rebuild something new. But this story is actually generating a lot of discussion within the Liberian community, especially on social media. Let's quickly draw this one here. Facing mounting questions about his reluctance to declare his assets or encourage newly appointed members of his administration to do so, President George Manuel Weah is being heavily criticized in the wake of the demolition of his 9th Street home. Many Liberians have taken to social media to voice their anger that the president is undertaking a building project of his personal property without declaring his assets, especially in the backdrop of the government's controversial pro-poor policy. Section 10.1 of the revised Code of Conduct referencing declaration of assets and performance bonds states, every public official and employee of government involved in making decisions affecting contracting, tendering or procurement and issuance of licenses of various types shall sign performance or financial bonds and shall in addition declare his or her income, assets and liabilities prior to taking office and thereafter. Article A, at the end of every 3 years. B, A, at the end of every 3 years. B, on promotion or progression from one level to another. C, upon transfer to another public office. And D, upon retirement or resignation. Mr. Abraham Darius Dillon of the opposition Liberty Party, whose Darius Dillon Exchange Forum draws thousands of followers, question the timing of the president's demolition project. Mr. Dillon told Front Page Africa Thursday, "It is interesting that after all these years, Mr. George Weah is only now demolishing his house when he is president of Liberia. I would not want to rush into judgment because I have no credible information as to why the building is being demolished. I call on Mr. Weah to speak out and clear the air. Is the house being demolished for a new construction? Is the property being leased out? With massive corruption permeating public circle, it is over time now that Mr. Weah declared his assets in keeping with law." Michelle K. London, writing on the Liberia Trust Communication Corporation LTC, wrote, "The continent of Africa, especially Liberia, is an interesting place to be. Interestingly, not good, but the crazy things that happened every day. President George Weah chose to demolish his house only when he is president. Why now? It is the only time he can now afford to rebuild." Daniel Manima Jar threw a few jabs at the government pro-poor agenda. This government making everything hard for the poor people. Prices just going up and up. President building new house and Koji wearing tuxedo every day. Dominic J. Musa opined, "Why can't Kpakio Weah demolish his foundation and rebuild it for learning purpose, but thinking on building a castle for he and his Jamaican family?" It is too soon to criticize him, but it's not too soon to divide state funds into his personal use. Dan Due highlighted the issue of assets. This is why President Weah and his gang will not declare their assets. They want to do illegal things without trace. If we had money, as you claim, why he didn't rebuild this house until now? President George Weah is not transparent. I have told you. God save us. The new government came under similar criticism during its early days when a front-page Africa investigation found that some US $39,000 had been spent to refurbish President Weah's office at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and that of his wife. Documents previously published by Front Page Africa showed that US $286,450 has been cashed out by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning to Ministry of State for replacement of iron rails at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the refurbishment of the home of Vice President Taylor. GSA, through the Ministry of State from the Finance Ministry, requested the amount, but sources within MFA, that's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, hinted from Page Africa that the GSA request was upon the instruction of President Weah when he was still President-elect. President Weah, like his predecessor, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, is using the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as his office. The executive mansion has not been used since a 2007 fire gutted the fifth floor. The Sirleaf administration came under public condemnation for failing to get the executive mansion ready for use. The massive renovation spending has drawn comparison to the U.S. where Health Secretary Ben Carson and his wife are struggling to explain why they spend US $31,000 furniture set for his office at the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Carson and his spokesman Rafi Williams reportedly claimed that the Health Secretary was not involved in a decision to make the purchase. Nobody was more supervised than me, Carson said in a statement, before saying that he would cancel the order amid the controversy. Williams, who initially denied that the furniture order existed, also insisted that Carson had no involvement. Finally, millions are allocated in the Liberian budget annually for furniture and vehicles, with very little set aside toward projects targeting the poor and needy. What's your take on this story?
Well, again, it comes down to enforcing our law. And before he got into the presidential race, the law stipulated that you do what? Declare your assets.
Yeah, definitely.
10.1 has various conditions. At the end of every 3 years, upon transfer to another public office, which he has, upon retirement and resignation, on promotion or progression from one level to another level, which is the case. He was a senator. But again, we are just lawless. And when he took the oath, what did he say? He swore to uphold the Constitution and respect the laws of the Republic.
Yeah.
So what is the big deal of him not declaring his assets? The excuse you get from sedition, where Ellen did the same thing, where two wrongs don't equal right. Because Ellen violated the law and he was a senator, he asked no question. He said we should not ask question because he didn't ask question.
Exactly so.
the vice president, the president, they all were senators. They could have asked on behalf of us the next 7 questions.
Yeah.
But since they didn't ask, and none of their former peers asking, then what are we left with? We the citizens now we have to ask. I want to speculate that that house is being built by some business group of people, the Lebanese. So if we dig down, maybe that's why he want non-Negro to be citizens. So the same thing happened in Jamaica. If you go to Jamaica, they had the same clause, non-Negro. But the president changed it. So now the Chinese are owning Jamaica. So we got a first lady who saw it. They said, but if the Chinese are building structure all over the nation and they're owning it, they transfer the same idea to Liberia. So there where we are.
Yeah. It's hard. I don't know. It's just this issue of transparency. If you say you are coming, you preach adequately clean hands, that you are very clean also, but the other side is looking different.
Clean my foot.
So different.
The issue is when you're not in there, it's easier to throw stone.
Yeah.
Now they're in there now, they say, oh, now country who to walk around with t-shirt. Now he wearing bow tie. Of course he's the mayor now. He can't go to work dressed in t-shirt. But where are the clothes coming from?
Tuxedo.
Is he getting it from business entity?
Take it on credit now.
Yeah, you mean take on credit, got to pay, so they're going to waive it off.
Now what we can do, you know that city mayor now, they can get good and someone, you're saying, man, city mayor, all the business people that honor your arm.
Yeah, but we got laws.
Especially if you know that one. The LRBO. And the money people when even they go against you, when you tell them something, you say, when you so long you call policemen and say, but police in my pocket. And definitely how it is. So
yeah.
They know, even they say the ordinance, if you know definitely that they act this particular business person, whether it's the Lebanese, Chinese, also they are breaking, they constitute some kind of a punishment. If you approach them, they tell you, say, my man, you get up from here, man, or whatsoever. The next thing, who you call? Nobody. Before you call that lawmaker or somebody who is responsible for sanitation or so, that person, maybe they have already been there this morning or yesterday or so, collect their envelope or whatsoever.
Yeah, and within the same code of conduct, 20.1, signing of the code of conduct of all new employees into the system. All public officials and employees of government shall sign this code of conduct at his or her induction.
Okay.
So, have anyone sign this code of conduct? Even the lawmakers then should sign it. But who enforces the law?
Okay. Well, Nick, we're going to reserve all the other stories for tonight on the print news review.
Of the office of the president. But is the justice ministry working independent of the office of the president?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
No way. All right, Nook, we're going to call it a date here. Reserve the other stories for the print news review tonight. So let me say, thank you so much for sitting in once again. Hopefully, if you are around,
okay, Max.
If you are around tonight, hopefully you'll be able to help us as well. So to look at some of the issues that will be trending as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, Nook.
You too, Max.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. people doing? How is Liberia doing? Is everything okay? All right, this is how we come to the end of this segment of the print news show. The time from where I sit and broadcast, 5 minutes past 3 o'clock here in the United Kingdom. I thank you for tuning in. Please visit the Radio LIB website. $5 donation will be okay. Are you really doing all right? How much is bag of rice, eh? Oh, the rate of US dollars. No more party right now. But yet and stay. Oh my God. Republic of Liberia. When you inside, you inside. When you outside, you outside. Thank you so much for being there. I catch you all later this evening. We'll be having some mothers in the house tonight, and of course another gentleman maybe. We'll be talking about a range of issues, but highlighting mainly rape and other forms of abuse in our system or in our community, in our society in Liberia. How can we stop it from happening? Good day, good night. Until I catch you later. Bye-bye for now. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Let's continue to ask the question, where is Regina and her infant? Where is the former lawmaker that was accused of impregnating her? We want to know. Please join the campaign. Share what we are carrying on as a campaign material. Until then, bye-bye for now. I love you all.